Hi Facebook. We're just waiting for Instagram. Oh, hey, there are you. Hello, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And hello, Facebook. It's Tuesday, guys. Continuing with the second episode. I know it kind of seems like the first episode because it's earlier in the week, but I consider it the second because the original episode, the original show was and is Thursdays at 6 o'clock. So hello to whoever came in on Twitter. Um, so to me, this is the second show. Hi, Corporate Savage. How are you today? We are going to get started at 7:05. In the meantime, I want to hi to whoever came in on Facebook. Hello. Say hi. We're going to cover a few things before we get started at 7:05. Want to remind you guys to check out the link in my bio, as always, to book your free 15-minute consultations. Also, that's where you're going to be able to advertise your business on the show for starting as low as $3. Hi, A. Brown Esquire. How are you this evening? I hope you're doing wonderful. Yeah, we're just going to run through some things before we get started at 7:05. As always, you can advertise your business on my show. You know, I have the little breaks and stuff for 30-second spots starting at $3. If you want to do that, go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL consulting firm. What else do I have to tell you guys? I'm going to be starting a new series. I know I haven't been here the last few days, since probably Thursday night after the last broadcast, because my parents were in town. And we were, hanging out as family and doing the family bonding thing and, family before everything. So I have been off my game. I don't deny that. But we're getting back on the horse. All right. So come on this ride with me. Speak of the devil, my mother just WhatsApped me. That's like her favorite app in the whole world. Ooh, that reminds me that I need to put on Do Not Disturb. Hold on one second, Facebook. Okay, so we're gonna get started in 2 more minutes. I have some great stories for you guys. And they're fresh in my mind because I had to write the descriptions today. Like my parents were here and I was at their beck and call. So yeah. Also, I didn't hear from any of you guys about what you thought about the guest co-host situation. Hey Whitney, how are you? How's Braden? How's Braden? I got that right? His name's Braden. Is it? Yeah. I'm like checking my notes because I have him in my notes. Hi, Tri-State Media. Okay, we're getting started in just a couple of minutes, guys. As you come in, say your name and where you're joining from. My girl Whitney's up here in Facebook. Yeah, hey Braden. Whitney is joining us from Ohio. We've got some great stories. I caught up. Whitney, I was saying earlier that I haven't been on social media the last few days because my parents were in town and I was hanging out with them. But I wanted to, restart everything with a nice new episode for you guys. And we're going to be back on the ball tomorrow. Yeah, so we got about 1 more minute. And then at 7:05, hold on, Whitney said, we're doing okay. We're heading to Philly to see his specialist next week to get more answers. Okay, I'm going to keep you guys in my prayers. Okay, stay strong, Braden. Yeah, so we are at 7:05. What I'm going to want you guys to do is share this out to your other networks, your friends, your coworkers on social media. Let them know about me. And it's 7:05, so share, okay? All right. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Uh, you are watching NPL Legal Dish. If this is your first time ever seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am Natalie Pierre Lewis. I am the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help you get your business foundation together. If you need to get your paperwork done, like getting registered, having contracts, securing your intellectual property through trademarks, patents, and copyrights, hiring employees properly, I help you understand and learn the foundations to do those things properly. Hi, Dean Powell. If you would like to book a free Hi Reset Wellness DC, a free 15-minute consultation with me as a first-time client, please go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. There you're going to find some pretty cool things. You're going to find some sneak peeks to my ebooks, video trainings that are on sale. You're going to also find the link to advertise your business on my show. So during my show, I have breaks where I reintroduce myself to the audience as more people come in, but I also have spots that you can purchase for as little as $3, 30-second spots, and you can get a 30-second spot for your business on the show. So if you're interested in that, go to linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. All right. Now, on to the show. NPL Legal Dish is my now twice weekly show where I teach business and legal concepts using celebrity news and pop culture stories. If you, the reason why I do this is because, just so you know my qualifications, I am an attorney. I have been one for over a decade. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others. I've had many careers in the realms of law, entrepreneurship, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And what's most important is I am passionate about helping entrepreneurs achieve their dreams. Like, if you don't have to want to go to business school or to law school. That's fine. But if you're going to make it in business, and a lot of you want to be in business, there are certain concepts that you're just going to need to know. And that's where I come in. So again, if you want to book a free 15-minute consultation with me and talk about how we can get your foundation together, please go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. All right. So now on to the show. Remember, with the stories, you guys have to pay attention because I'm going to be checking in. And as well, if you have comments, drop them, and I will get to them as soon as I can. I think I have a 100% success rate in getting to your comments. So that's what I'm going to shoot for, okay? All right. So the first story we are talking about is kind of a throwback for me. I don't know how many of you guys used to watch like the original Pokemon cartoon with Ash and Pokemon and all them. And I used to watch the cartoon all the time. If you watched Pokemon, if you know what Pokemon are, give me a P in the comments, okay? So as I've told you guys before, that sometimes when trademarks are filed, you can find out what's happening ahead of time. Now, I used to watch the Pokemon cartoon. I didn't even know that there was a Pokemon card trading game. Whitney knows what Pokemon are. And I found that out maybe like 6 months after the cartoon had come out. But yeah. But the reason why I'm, bringing up Pokemon is because Nintendo and Game Freaks, who own Pokemon, they have filed trademarks for Pokemon, for new Pokemon types and for the trading card game. So if you know anybody who plays the Pokemon trading card game, they're coming out apparently with new Pokemon that are going to be in the deck. I know that at the height of Pokemon, there were actual tournaments where people were going to play this card game. I don't understand how it works. I'm a big nerd and I thought that was nerdy. But they're coming out with more Pokemon. So tell your Pokemon enthusiast friends. Reset Wellness knows what Pokemon are too. All right. Let me know if you guys are excited about this, if you care, if you don't care. I personally don't really care, but Pokemon brings back my childhood. All right. The next story we are talking about has to do with, how many of you guys have heard of JCPenney? If you have heard of JCPenney, give me a J in the comments. And if you have heard of Zumba, give me a Z in the comments. Okay. And while you guys do that, if I'm sure people know out there know what JCPenney is, but just as you know, a refresher, JCPenney is a discount, is a discount store where you can get, you know, a lot of clothes and things like that for reasonable prices. All right, you got Whitney knows JCPenney and Zumba. All right. I don't know if anybody has been in a JCPenney recently, but apparently JCPenney Reset Wellness knows a JCPenney and Zumba, but apparently JCPenney has their own line of fitness apparel. So, you know, shorts and shirts and things like that. But aside from that, even with that, JCPenney has been in a lot of financial trouble. They lost $48 million at the end of the second quarter. So JCPenney right now is hemorrhaging money. And it's getting worse for them because they're being sued by Zumba Fitness. Like I said, JCPenney has their own line of fitness apparel that you can buy. Like I think just like Target has their own line of clothing and things like that, JCPenney has a line of fitness apparel. And they're being sued by Zumba Fitness for selling fitness apparel that had knockoff Zumba logos. So the catchphrase for JCPenney's fitness line was "from A to Zumba." Okay? So you have the Zumba Fitness line of things, and then you have JCPenney with their fitness line that's called "From A to Zumba." So Zumba is like, you're trying to capitalize off the popularity and the widespread, you know, reputation of Zumba, and they want all of the JCPenney's fitness apparel destroyed. So here are the questions that I have for you guys. If you have been in a JCPenney recently, have you seen this line of fitness apparel called "From A to Zumba"? That's one. I can't even remember the last time I was in a JCPenney. And not because I'm bougie, but just because there's not one near me. And the second question is, do you think that Zumba should be suing JCPenney? Do they have an argument? So Reset Wellness hasn't been in a JCPenney recently. But so do you think that Zumba has an argument? Because JCPenney's line of fitness apparel is called "From A to Zumba." And then you have Zumba Fitness that has the trademark on Zumba. Whitney hasn't been to a JCPenney. Oh, you haven't seen them, and you were in one last Thursday. Okay, so Whitney was in a JCPenney last Thursday, and she hasn't seen the fitness line. Maybe they've taken it down because Zumba was asking the court to order JCPenney to destroy all of the fitness apparel. You think that Zumba has a good case? I think they do too. Like you literally called your line "From A to Zumba," knowing that Zumba, the word itself, is a trademarked word. Why would you do that? Like, and you're a huge company, and you don't have money to be losing. You lost $48 million last quarter. But yeah, that's my rant about JCPenney. Okay. Whitney said that would give me the impression that they were associated. And that is that's the argument that Zumba is making. They're saying that you're trying to make it seem like we sanctioned this clothing line. And we absolutely have not. So, and it's workout clothes, right? And it's workout clothes. Too close. So JCPenney is probably going to lose this one. All right. Okay. So next story we are talking about, Whitney, I think you said you were a hockey fan. I think so. Reset Wellness DC, are you a hockey fan? Anybody else out there watching? Are you a hockey fan? Hi, Sincere39. Oh, you came in just in time. Sincere, are you a hockey fan? Okay. While you guys let me know if you're hockey fans, apparently there is a new hockey team that is coming out. Now we all know Okay. Oh, you're not. You know nothing of hockey. Who? I feel like someone had told me they liked hockey. I know it was Trini. Trini. I think not Trini Kiss. Trini Lover 30. That's who it was. Oh, you watch the Devils? Okay. Well, if you watch the NHL at all, keep an eye out for a new team that's going to be coming out in 2021. About 2 years, there's going to be a new Seattle hockey team. The article that I read didn't give me the name of the team. Maybe they haven't decided yet. But there is a new a new NHL hockey team from the Seattle area that's coming out in the next few years. Now we all know that in professional sports, there's always some kind of like minor league that they are attached to, and they kind of feed people into the majors if they do better. Well, apparently they have the same thing in hockey. I know nothing about hockey, so I was surprised to learn this. But there is a new team that is coming out, and they're going to be called the Palm Springs Firebirds. How do I know this? I know this because they filed the trademark for it. And it is going to be an expansion of the American Hockey League, which I guess is like the minor league version of the National Hockey League. But if you're a hockey fan, this is kind of exciting. You've got some new teams coming out, and they're going to have a new affiliate team that they can feed new players into. So maybe the Devils will play someone from, hi, Kimberlyn. Maybe the Devils will play someone who was from the Palm Springs Firebirds. Yeah, they have a minor league system as well. Thank you for confirming. So, that is the hockey report. Hi, not your average Ben. Oh, hey everybody. All right, so we've got some new people coming in. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis, owner of NPL Consulting LLC. You are watching NPL Legal Dish, my twice weekly show where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are interested in advertising your business on the show, I am selling spots, 30-second spots starting at $3, and you can check that out at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. All right. Next story we are talking about, guys. This is a follow-up to a story I did a while ago. Do I have any Guns N' Roses fans in the audience? If you like Guns N' Roses, give me a G in the comments. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background. So a few months ago, I told you guys a story, the case that the band Guns N' Roses was suing this brewery called Oscar Blues because Kimberlyn Faulkner is a Guns N' Roses fan. Whitney is a Guns N' Roses fan. All right, Guns N' Roses fan. So I told the story a few months ago that Guns N' Roses was suing the Oscar Blues because Oscar Blues came out with something called Guns N' Rose Ale. So it was a beer, and they named it Guns N' Rose, and they were selling merchandise. And Guns N' Roses was like, hold up, what are you doing? Right? So they filed a case. They filed a trademark infringement case against this brewery for this Guns N' Rose Ale. Well, apparently they have worked out a settlement agreement, and they're dismissing the case. So I told you guys that I was gonna follow up on it. And when you have these infringement cases, it doesn't always go to all the way up to a judge. Sometimes the two sides are able to figure it out on their own and come to an agreement. Somebody makes a payment, and you settle out of court because nobody wants to pay all that money in the lawyers and the time. Nobody has time for that. So they have settled it, and we don't have a decision yet. But when we have the decision of what happens, I'm sure that the brewery is going to have to stop selling at least the merchandise. But we'll wait and see what happens. So keep an eye out, you Guns N' Roses fans. Okay. Oh, okay. So if you If you went through my stories today, either on Instagram and Facebook, I posted two pictures, one after the other. They were of two logos. I had arrows pointing towards the logo, and I asked you if you thought that the logos looked the same. And the results that I got on Instagram was most people felt like they didn't look the same. I didn't get any responses from Facebook, but I'm going to assume that it would have been similar. But basically, so I tell you that Monster loves to sue people. They're out here suing people all the time. Monster Energy is suing another energy company called Beast Up, because they're saying that their logo is too similar to Monster's because of the lettering. Now, when you get a chance, I want you to go through the story and look at the lettering of the two logos. So they're trying. They filed for a motion to dismiss. The Beast Up did, but the judge has said that there's actually a credible argument that the two marks could be confused for each other. So if you get a chance, go check out the marks in my stories of either Instagram or Facebook, so you can look at the marks and see if the court got it right. That's just a quick thing that I wanted to let you guys know. Okay. Oh, and the next thing that we have to talk about, it's a little meaty, so I'm just going to take some time to reset here. If you just come in and you're watching NPL Legal Dish, my twice Nessie time, my twice weekly show where we learn business and legal concepts using celebrity news and pop culture stories. I am Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show and owner of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. If you have a business idea that you want to get off the ground, let's chat. Book a free 15-minute consultation at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. All right, so Sincere39 went and looked at the pictures that I put up. He said they're the same font, but they don't look similar in my opinion. I agree with you. And I will be interested to see what the court's ultimate decision is for this, because I've told you Monster loves to sue people. They'll sue you if you try to you come close to an M in your logo. But yeah, even if you're not in the same industry. Okay, so I told you that we have a very meaty topic today. So I read a really great article talking about the power of trademarks, particularly in the fashion world. Now, I've always told you guys that you can't trademark actual clothing. You have to kind of build a name for yourself, right? You can't trademark the design. You have to come up with a trademark name or logo, whatever. And one of the lines that has tried to do this is the Off-White brand. We've talked about cases of the Off-White brand trying to trademark zip ties and quotation marks for their items. Hello, Hollywood Locks. But Off-White actually has a very interesting story behind its trademark of the actual word Off-White. So if you didn't know, Off-White is owned by a gentleman named Virgil Abloh. He's like a big business person. He started a few streetwear lines, and he's very well known in the celebrity world for fashion. Now, even though he is the creator of the Off-White brand, he actually doesn't own the company. All right, so he doesn't own the company that he created, but he owns the trademark to the Off-White name. All right, so here's what happens. He was making t-shirts, just out of a regular factory, and he was approached by a company called the New Guards Group and their founder, Marcelo Berlin. And they were basically giving him access to high-end production rooms like in Italy, so he can make, really great clothing. And that's why, Whitney, I think you looked up a belt that they were selling for $125 for no reason. Yeah. So he took them up on the offer But in exchange for them giving him access to all of this stuff, he had to give up control of his company and 50% of the profits. So they said, we will let you, we're going to help you get this designer brand off the ground, but let us control the company and give us half of the profits. And he was like, fine. So he doesn't control the company, but he has a trademark, right? So he owns the actual logo, but in terms of who gets to use the logo, the people that approached him, the new guards group, yeah, it is crazy. They get to decide who can use the Off-White name. All right? But the thing is, like I said, he owns the actual trademark. And what the article says is that it's basically like Virgil Abloh owns his masters. So if his contract, if he decides to part ways with this new guards group, he takes the logo with him, and they no longer have the right to license out the name. So this is the power of trademarks. He can go with this name wherever he wants once his agreement with them is over. See, Toby, he agrees with me. So it's his company, but he doesn't control it. Toby, I'm working. It's his company, but he doesn't control it. So you know how you'll have a board of directors and then you have the majority shareholders, things like that. So Virgil Abloh, he owns some of the company, but he doesn't control what happens, but he does own some of it, right? He owns some of the company, he gets half the profits, and he owns the logo of Off-White. All right? Yeah. So when his contract is up or his agreement is up with New Guards, he can take that logo and go somewhere else. And New Guard is going to have to find something else to do because they're not going to be able to use the Off-White label anymore. And they quoted Professor Scafardi from the Fashion Law Institute of Fordham. They said the trademark is where the value of a fashion company lies. And that's absolutely true, because if Virgil Abloh takes this Off-White logo and he says, I don't want to work with New Guards anymore, I'm going to work with Nike, what does New Guard have left? They just have the clothes and they don't have the name to go with it. And the thing that makes Off-White money is the Off-White name, right? So why I brought this up is to help you guys understand the importance of owning your intellectual property. It gives you a lot of power. Even in a situation like this, where he doesn't control his company, he still at the core owns the symbol and can decide at any time that he can leave this situation if he doesn't like it anymore. All right? Okay. So do we have any questions about that? Or any commentary? Because I know that it's a lot of information, but I just felt it was something very important for you guys to understand why trademarks are important and how they put you in a position of power. Okay? We got it? If you got it, give me a thumbs up. Oh, and to finish off the story and to help you understand how it can really hurt you. There's a line called Donna Karen, right? Donna Karen is a real person. Right. No symbol, no sales. Kimberlyn said no symbol, no sales. So if you remember Donna Karen, she was a real person. She had a fashion line. She sold her trademarks to the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy house for $450 million in the year 2000. Donna Karen no longer has a say. She has no control over where her name goes in terms of like branding and design. So if somebody wants to make, a Donna Karen dress and Donna Karen thinks it's absolutely hideous, Donna Karen has no say over where her name is going. Right. Sincere knows Donna Karen shoes. Yeah. So that it's the importance of trademarks. Donna Karen, she's now running another company. And when I read the article, it was a company I hadn't even heard of. But I know when I go out, I recognize the Donna Karen name. And the actual Donna Karen has no control over where her name is going because she sold it. All right. Um, okay. Do I have any Costco lovers in the house? I love going to Costco when I can find somebody with a card to go with, and go get the free samples. If you like Costco, give me a C in the comments. Because your girl Costco is being sued. While you get your letters in the comments, Whitney likes Costco. Before we get into that, Sincere39 has a question. Nessie Time knows Costco. Why would someone do that? So does she get perpetuity? She has no control over her name, Sincere39. Absolutely none. Kimberlyn likes Costco. Sincere likes Costco. I love Costco. All right. Costco is being sued by a furniture company, guys. Costco, along with a company called Kuka. Reset Wellness likes Costco. So there is a furniture company named named Parker House. And remember, we talked about Costco being sued, I want to say maybe like a month ago, by Tiffany's because they were selling a ring that in the description said Tiffany, and they had a sign like on the counter that said Tiffany. So apparently Costco has a pattern. There is a furniture company named Parker House, and they do upholstery and case goods, right? Costco was selling a sectional sofa called the Parker, and it looks like Parker House's Spartacus collection. It's the whole name of the collection is called the Parker Living Spartacus Collection. So Parker House, they have a line. Costco copied it and used a name, and used the Parker name. And now Parker, they want everything. They want treble damages. They want exemplary and punitive damages. They want profits. They want restitution. They said, we want you to shake Costco down for all of our money because you copy our design and then you name it after our company. I mean, that's their argument. But I want to know from you guys, do you think that this is a credible argument? Parker House is the name of the company. The line of their furniture was called the Parker Living Spartacus Collection. Hi, Brilliant Beauty. And then you have Costco that comes out with this sectional sofa named Parker. And it looks a lot like the Parker Living Spartacus Collection. So do you think that Parker House has a credible argument? Do you think that they have a likelihood of winning this case of trademark infringement? And do you think that they deserve all of these damages that they want the court to put on Costco? So that's a lot that I asked you. So first question I want to answer to is, one, do you think Parker House has a right to file a case against Costco? Do you think that there is, they have an argument saying that Costco is copying their stuff? Two, do you think that Parker House should get all of these damages that they are claiming, like all of these punitive and exemplary and all this stuff? Do you think that that is appropriate, that if Costco did this, it's that bad? No. So it was only two questions. So do you think they have an argument, and do you think they're entitled to all of these damages? Kimberlyn Faulkner said Parker House has an argument. Okay. I think they do too. You're going to copy my stuff and then name it after my company? That is rude. And you did this with Tiffany's. This is not the first time that you have been accused of doing this. What are you doing, Costco? We love you. You could name just call it the Kirkland couch. I love Kirkland brand products. Okay. But yeah, so Costco is out here trying to get people's money, and not pay the proper people. Nessie Time said yes and yes to both questions. So Parker House has an argument, and they're entitled to the damages. Reset Wellness DC says, did they sell a lot of the furniture? It did not say that in the article, so I don't know what the sales were for this particular couch. Reset Wellness said they tried it, naming it Parker. I think they did too. Whitney Hand says, I'm not real sure. I guess if I need to see both sofas. If it's a generic design, probably not. If it is super original, then yes. Yeah, I did not have time to look up the designs of the couches. What I will do is I will look them up tomorrow and post them in the stories, and you guys can check for yourself and see if if there's an overlap in design. Kimberlyn said, I think Costco should cease and desist in selling anything with Parker on it and give a percentage of the furniture sales to Parker House. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. All right, jury, y'all have decided. Costco got to run the jewels. Oh, also, just and at the end of the article, they said that Costco has taken the Parker sofa off of their website. Kimberlyn said, if Costco wants to continue selling the couch, and change the name ASAP. They took it off the website. Reset Wellness said, I'm driving, so I can't look it up. That's okay. And said, but I'm curious to see the design. Well, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna post it tomorrow. So please don't do nothing on the phone. Just listen. Just listen. We want you to drive safe, Reset Wellness. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna save this for another one because I need to explain it better to myself. Oh, this is a follow-up from a case that we had last week, guys. If you were here last week, we talked about Olaplex versus L'Oreal and how Olaplex, this little tiny hair company, won a $100 million judgment against L'Oreal for they basically copied their patented method of a hair product, and Olaplex went up against a giant and they won. L'Oreal has to pull 9 of their hair products from various stores around the country. Do you know how much money they're going to lose? They have 9 of these products and all of them have to be taken out of the store. This is what happens when you don't do right by people. This is why you don't steal people's ideas. And this is also why it is important for you to protect your ideas and intellectual property through patents, trademarks, and copyrights. Because Olaplex, this little tiny company, because they did their due diligence in protecting themselves, got $100 million from L'Oreal, a beauty giant. Like, it's crazy. So I just wanted to follow up on that with you guys. Derek Bailey asks, so you are live on IG, YouTube, and Facebook? Yes, I am, Derek. Since the other night. Yeah, I'm live on all of them because I use the Lula app, and it allows me to simultaneously broadcast on all 3 at the same time. Okay? All right. Next story we are talking about, guys. Okay, do we have any Kardashian fans in the room? You guys know the Kardashians come up at, if not once a week, if not every episode, at least every other episode. As much as I'm not a fan of them, they are really great content for my stuff. And today is no different. Yeah, I see. I was wondering who was watching on YouTube. We got to talk about them. All right. This is another case follow-up. So some months ago, I told you guys that Kim Kardashian was being sued by an app company because they said that they were the original company that she was supposed to work with for her Kimojis. Like they're with her expressions and things like that. Right? So they're suing Kim were suing Kim for hundreds of millions of dollars. However, they have decided to move the case. They are now going to arbitration, meaning it's not going to be tried in a regular court. They're basically gonna have a private judge, maybe a retired judge or a lawyer who is, trained in arbitration, come in and decide this case as opposed to going in front of any type of judge or jury or anything like that. So what now this is a $300 million case that they're suing Kim Kardashian for $300 million. That's what they want. So what I want to know from you guys is, Hold on. Sincere 39 said about the Kardashians, they are branding masters. They need to teach a master class. You know what? Yes, they do, because I can't do it. But what I want to know from you guys is, do you think that they're going to be able to come to an amicable settlement for this? Like, because obviously this company wants a lot of money. They want $300 million. Do you think that they're going to get the $300 million? And if so, one, do you think that they're going to get the $300 million? Yes or no? And two, if you don't think they'll get the full amount, how much do you think that they're going to get? Because they're basically going to have to negotiate and come, and the arbitrator is going to have to decide who's at fault, and then they're going to have to, kind of negotiate on this, on the settlement, if there is one. Mm, mm, mm. So what do you think? Will arbitration, is arbitration a better route for this company, like for this case, or should they have left it, to the court? Sincere 39 said no. He said no. They will probably get $20 million. You think they'll take $20 million from 300 million? I'm trying to think. I don't think, like, that's just in terms of percentage, but isn't that the point for asking so much money? Well, the thing is, you don't just ask for a lot of money to ask for a lot of money. Sometimes there's always an evaluation of what are all these costs of. It's not just we want $300 million. They're basing it probably on profits, on sales, and things like that. So $300 million may not be outlandish. They may have actually done the calculations to see how much money they lost, because Kim did eventually come out with the Kimojis. So they may be saying, well, you made this much money off of the Kimojis and we want that, or what would have been our cut. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, I again, this I have one more case, but I actually want to do some more research on it for you guys. So, what I wanted to do for a few minutes is just have an open Q&A. Again, I told you, if you weren't here earlier, I have not been on the last few days with my posts and stuff like that, because family was in town and I was taking some time with them. And this is my kind of reintroduction broadcast, but I want to take time to answer your questions. You all know that the business formation stuff, this is my thing. I love, kind of getting things off the ground and figuring out how to do them, and helping you guys figure out what's the most cost-effective way to help you do it. So what are your questions in terms of the business formation process, like getting your business registered, or contracts, or trademarks and patents, or hiring employees, or business expenses? What are those questions that you have that you don't necessarily get a chance to ask? Hello, Square Biz 101. We did have a barbecue. I'm still eating leftovers. So this is an open Q&A. Any of your questions, I will do my best to answer them, and I'll be on till about 7:50, and then I'm going to log off because I have a potential tenant coming to view a room. Your girl's trying to monetize her life, all right? So do I need to form an LLC first? What do you mean first? Do you mean before you start advertising your business? Before what? Because just in general, for the business formation process, it's never too early to start telling people about your business. Now, if you're starting to, I would say that if you're at the beginning stage of your business, but you're making pretty good money, like steady income, that's when you should probably start to, that's when you should be forming your business structure, because you want to be able to take advantage of those business deductions. Well, as a mobile notary. You don't have to. I mean, is if the sole function is to be a notary, so there are no employees. If the thing is, if this is your business and you want to create that space between you and your business, so there's not a lot of personal liability, forming an LLC is always a good idea, just so that you can protect yourself business wise. Okay. Um, yeah. No, but if the notary isn't making you that much money, I would just do a DBA, because I'm not sure how much notaries make. I know I feel like notary is kind of like a side hustle for most of the people that I know who are doing notary. Nessie Time asks, is it best to get a copyright, wait for it to come back, then apply for a trademark? No, you can do the both at the same time as if you have the money. The copyright is probably quicker. The trademark takes a while, takes about a year to 2 years. Okay, if business, yeah, you need to form an LLC. Um, but Nessie Time, you can apply for both at the same time, but at the very least, I would get a copyright to give you the right to your idea. Whitney Han asks, okay, say I buy a pattern to crochet a beanie. Can the pattern designer dictate that you cannot sell the finished product? See more. Product made from the pattern. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Because there are certain copyrights. They can give you a personal use copyright. It doesn't mean that they have to allow you to sell it. Yeah. So they can absolutely say, you buy this pattern, but you can't sell it. Sincere 39 as a signing agent. Get your money, Sincere 39. Yes, form that LLC. The LLC gives you the corporate protection so that if something, God forbid, happens to your business and you're sued, they can't come after your personal things. Okay? I love your questions, guys. You guys are awesome. Like, y'all keep me going. Love this. Thank you guys for your participation and your energy and all that. That's really important to me because, being in business for yourself, it's not always easy. But when you have people who, let you know that your work is valued, it's awesome. And you're welcome, Nessie Time. All right, so we've got about 2.5 minutes before I sign off. Again, you can check out everything that I do at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. You'll find the link to my YouTube page so you can watch back episodes of NPL Legal Dish. You will find links to my podcast. You will find sneak peeks of my ebooks. You will be able to purchase ad space on the show for starting at $3 and on my podcast. So linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is where I do all my stuff. SquareBiz 101, if you would like to work with me, you can schedule a free consultation using the link in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. You're welcome, Sincere 39. Yeah, we got like 2 minutes, y'all. Get your questions out. Maybe I should do this more often at the end of the show. It's kind of like maybe, what do you guys think about me ending the show a little bit earlier so we can do Q&As? That's something that I let me know how you guys would like that. You don't have to drop the comments here. You can DM me or whatever. But maybe I should start doing more Q&A sessions, or have a Q&A component to the show. If you would like that, let me know. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's all that I have for you guys. You like it? You like the Q&A? It's a good idea, said Sincere 39. All right, I've got 2. All right. Might have to think about doing that. Even if it's just like 5 minutes. Just so you guys, because things might come up that I don't necessarily account for. I can have my questions ready. That's right, a man with a plan. I like that. All right, guys. So it is about time to sign off. Have a wonderful evening. Be good to yourselves. And remember, I will be here Thursday at 6. Come, if you have stories, submit them, DM them to me or whatever, so I can look them up and we can talk about them. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Be blessed. Bye.